Welcome back to Big Sky Football Media Day. Alex Eshelman here, conference host and reporter. Some would say saving the best for last, and they definitely are one of the best here in the Big Sky Conference. I've got Jason Eck with me, leader of the Idaho Vandals football program. Coach, thank you so much for the time.
I appreciate you having us here, and it's been a great weekend, Alex.
This summer, I couldn't help but notice you guys had a dodgeball competition. What was that? Did you compete in it?
No, I did not compete in it. We had a coach's team, but I was kind of running it and making sure I supervised. I had to select the all dodgeball team on the team, but it was great fun. It's good to have some things that you mix into all the hard work to have a little fun, whether it be in the summer and training camp, and we're excited to get rolling.
Coach, you have done such a good job of revitalizing this Vandal football program, both on social media, hyping the fans up, and in person. You bring them to their first playoff appearance since 1995 in the Big Sky last season. You have high expectations this year. How do you live up to those?
Well, I think it's a lot of how we handled it last year. Last year we weren't picked very high, but we didn't dwell on it. We just went to work and got better, and ended up having a good start. And a good year having the playoff appearance. Now we can't dwell on the fact that we're picked a little higher. We got to go to work and have a great season and understand that what we did last year really doesn't matter anymore. It's all about this 2023 team and how it defines themselves as we go into the season.
Why has it been so important for you to be more than a football coach within the town of Moscow? I mean, like I said, you're active on social media. When I was in Moscow for the indoor track and field championships, you were at just about every single sporting event that I attended throughout the week, on top of all the stuff that you're doing.
Well, I think our president has really set a tone and got our university on a positive course. There were some years that were rough just as a university for us, and I think he's really kind of reversed the course. We're now, this fall, we're going to have a record student body, freshman class. People are excited about coming to the University of Idaho as the general students, and athletics are your front porch. So I think us doing a great job in football, getting people excited, promoting it, is adding a lot of pride throughout the whole state to the Vandal family, and hopefully those people are all going to turn out this year, and we'll have some great crowds for a great home schedule.
One guy who is on that front porch, along with yourself, who's a main leader on this team, preseason offensive MVP, and Hayden Hatton. How excited are you to see him make a splash this upcoming season, and what does he bring to this team, both on and off the field?
Hayden's just an amazing young man. He's kind of the kind of guy you'd want to date your daughter, and just a high character. He comes from a great family. We have a family connection with his twin brother being on the team and being our starting long snapper. He has his cousins in the basketball team. Very talkative. I knew he'd be perfect here because he's never one to shy away from talking to people, and just a tremendous player. Makes great contested catches. Comes up big in big moments, and excited to see what kind of year he can string together here for another year for us.
One of the two guys who make up that super dynamic wide receiver duo in Jermaine Jackson, standing right next to Hayden Hatton there. And on top of that, Jerry Rice Award winner Giovanni McCoy. Where does that strong chemistry come from with those three guys?
I think it's just all the work they put in all off season. I mean, those guys have been doing a great job in Moscow all summer, throwing on their own. Our coaches can be out there when they're just throwing on air and working routes on air and working on their timing. So our receivers coach, our quarterback coach, offensive coordinator, Coach Slicester, does a great job with that. And then they throw a lot of 7-on-7. We can't be out there for that, but they're doing that a few times a week and just continuing to work on their timing, working on their chemistry, and it's paying off. Those guys have a great feel and great confidence in each other.
6 preseason all-conference players listed. I know you guys don't pay too much attention from all of that outside noise and votes and all of that, but a lot of those guys were listed on offense. Who are some players that Vandals fans can be excited about defensively, and then special teams as well?
Marcus Harris was our lone selection of the first team defense, but I think he's an outstanding player, one of the best corners in the country, so I expect him to have a tremendous year and be a great leader for us. He's one of our captains. And then I think linebacker, D-line are some areas we got to have some guys step up. Trey Thomas is a transfer who's had an outstanding spring and summer for us. He's from the University of South Dakota. Malachi Williams was a guy who was a backup for us last year, but I think he's really had a tremendous offseason, so expecting him to do well. And then Jakari Lamond is a big nose guard who can hopefully add a little physicality for us inside. We got to be better at stopping the run than we were last year.
Coach, it is so fun to follow your journey of leading the Vandals. Very much looking forward to seeing what you all accomplish in Moscow this upcoming season. With that, we'll be right back with Big Sky Football Media Day. Don't go away.